Okay, I'm waiting for Paul. I tried to make a video in the garden, but the mosquitoes are just too swarming around me, and then I can't concentrate. This is really interesting what I see here now. Now this is really interesting. Oh my gosh. This is interesting. Well, there, I don't know if this is gonna show. It probably doesn't. Okay, here in the corner is spider web formation. And that's a spider web formation that I only see here in the van and nowhere else. And that spider web formation looks like a handwriting. Some kind of weird handwriting. It looks like an extraterrestrial hand letter. I don't know, some kind of outer space alien letters. Almost like hieroglyphs that are showing really straight formations, and looks very interesting pattern. So, and right next to that on the windshield is still some the same formation, one part of that formation that I saw in the high desert when we last went there, and the last morning when we were there, and we woke up, and I got up into the passenger seat, and I couldn't sleep. It was too uncomfortable, so I was sitting here waiting for Paul to wake up. And outside was still frost, and it looked like that the frost created some kind of geometrical pattern, just like the spider webs. Geometrical pattern of very, very straight lines in angles and so on, and in triangles, and in different type of, like, fighter jet type of formations, like really like supersonic fighter jet formations scribbled onto the windshield. And the whole windshield had these things scribbled on. And I thought that had to do with the ice, and I think it did. I think that these geometrical ice formations on the windshield, on the outside of the windshield, I think that they imprinted something onto the windshield that almost looked like somebody has written something on it, but in such a precise way, like using a ruler, and in a way that a human would not be writing letters with the hand. So very strange. Paul saw it too, but he didn't. Obviously, it wouldn't matter what he sees. He would never wonder about anything very much. Because even if he saw Jesus walk on water, he would still not believe it, right? He would say, well, that person there must be using some kind of trick. And yeah, that is of course the first thought that comes to mind. And but if he saw an alien spacecraft come towards us, he would still think this is some kind of governmentally military new creation, and that's not from out of space. So I don't know what I would think. If I saw a UFO, a disc above us, suspended in mid-air, I would definitely not rule out the possibility that this could be an alien from out of space. And a lady on YouTube said that she believes that in 2024 there will be the first contact made with extraterrestrials. So that would be pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. But these formations were pretty interesting, fighter jet formations of some sort. And one of the fighter jet formations, this will not show on this computer. I also don't want to hold the camera towards the sun. One of those geometric patterns is still there. Not in front of the driver's side, but in front of the passenger side. So there's one thing that looks like a fighter jet of some sort. A pattern of that was very, very, very straight lines, and I don't know how that got on there like this, because I know I did not put it on there. There's no way. If I had smudged something on there or accidentally smeared some sweat on it or apple juice, it would not be geometric like this. It wouldn't have this kind of, I don't know how they call those, like a stretched cube. I don't know how they call it, rhombus or something. So, and this one consists of those types of rhombus patterns, and with the tail back like this, very, very pointy. So I don't know how that got on there. So I think this is very strange. And when I saw that, when I woke up out there in the desert and I saw this on the windshield, I was very, very, very amazed about this. I thought for sure that must be somehow the ice crystals that are forming, because ice crystals do form those kind of geometric patterns. But then one of those patterns is still engraved onto the windshield, and I don't know how it got on there. Maybe the ice etched that into the windshield permanently. So I don't know, but I think it's weird. And I think, I'm agnostic. I'm always looking for some kind of scientific or explanation, scientific information that has been established so far. So, but science is always limited, and I am always agnostic to other possibilities. Maybe a little alien spaceship wrote that on the windshield. Who knows? So, yeah. The world is full of weird things. Okay, very, very, very weird things. Things that are very, very elusive, erratic, outside of known patterns or known information. So, and that's just the way it is, of course. Why shouldn't it be like this? People don't have endless knowledge on things, so there's always more to see and wonder about and figure out and try to explain. And most people have curiosity to explain things. It's good, but don't do tests on other living sentient beings. So it's finally, there's a slight breeze coming in. That's very nice. A slight breeze coming in. Ooh, this is good. I'm glad the mosquitoes are not bothering me here. This is very, very good. So Paul is getting ready, but it always takes him a long time until he is ready to leave. So, but I feel good that we're finally going to the other house again. I always like being here. I always like being at the other house too. So it's nice to have two places to go to back and forth. Feels good. This here is my paradise. And now, because of the Biden administration, we have to sell it. We have to sell this paradise because we want to move to the desert, and we need to get the money. We need to get as much money as we can so that we can live comfortably on the money for our retirement, our final retirement in the desert. Okay. And out there in the desert, it was it was difficult, as always. All of our van vacations, or in the past we had motorhomes, all of our vacations were very, very, very difficult, with lots of sweat and tears and nervous breakdowns and so on, raining into the roof in those motorhomes. And we had to explore all of this in order to know for sure that a motorhome is not the solution, because most of those motorhomes are very poorly made. They're not made with precision and with extra effort, and good materials. Not at all. Okay, they break down. So that's why we decided we get a van, and now we decided we get a large van, a GMC large van. And he also wants to get the Tesla truck, the Cybertruck as well. So, but before we get the Tesla Cybertruck, which you have to have for many other reasons, not just for traveling, that's also a power center for storing electricity from solar panels. Okay, so it's a generator, it's all of that. And it's an amazing vehicle, amazing. The waiting list is long. There are millions of people that have signed up to get a Cybertruck. So they estimated that it will take over a year. If you pay your deposit, it takes over a year to finally get the Cybertruck, because the waiting list is so long, like with the Basset Hounds. So, but he still wants the Cybertruck. But in the meantime, we want to get the GMC large van, and those are very large and they are fully electric. So that's my dream come true, for sure. And in those we can comfortably travel. We can create a bed in it, a king size bed. We can put his memory foam king size mattress into it. That would be perfect. And because he wants to keep that, and that mattress is so heavy. I don't know how we're gonna get. We have to use a dolly or something to roll that out here, and then to try to maneuver it into the large van. But that seems like that's a perfect solution. We're gonna need that van for sure, also for future traveling. And also in the beginning we don't have the greenhouse. I'm making a video. We don't have the greenhouses, so we're gonna have to sleep in the large van in the beginning when we have the new property. So we have to go. Peace and love for all living beings.